What's good, everybody? We're back with another YouTube video, and today we're doing something a little bit different. If this is your first time watching me, you have no idea who the hell I am or what the hell I post. I post Madden content on a daily basis, so if you enjoy Madden content, Madden gameplays, Madden tips, ways to get better, ways to make coins, all that good shit, be sure to hit that subscribe button in the right hand corner. It's big, it's red, it's fat, it says subscribe across it, you can't miss it. But what we're going to do today, if you just read the center of the screen, favorite NFL teams tier list maker. We're going to go through, I'm going to go rank every single one of these teams from my favorite teams, the teams that I can't stand. A lot of it's going to be off players on the team or the fan bases. If you have a toxic fan base, then boy, you're going to be in the hated section. And if I like players on your team, shit, you're going to be in the like section. Pretty self-explanatory, guys. But we are going to start off with the Tennessee Titans, who had a very surprise season. Ryan Tannehill, the GOAT, baby, led them to the AFC Championship game where they lost to the Chiefs. But I'm going to put them in the like section. They could have reinvented the way football's looked at. Running backs aren't looked at the same that they were in like the past, like 5 years ago. Running backs have kind of died down. You can go and play with like just a random running back you draft in like the 4th round and have success. The Titans and the Ravens both showed that if you have a very good running attack, you can have a success that leads you to deep playoffs or runs. Obviously, the Ravens lost early, but the Titans went all the way to the AFC Championship game with Ryan Tannehill as their quarterback, and Derrick Henry led them there. Yeah, he had to have like insane stats, but they still showed that's possible, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see if other teams kind of go the route that the Ravens and the Titans went. Next, we got the Redskins. Don't really care for them. They're completely irrelevant. No player I like. Sorry if you're a Redskins fan, but you guys are kind of trash right now. You'll be good in a few years. But we got the Ravens. The Ravens are so fun to watch, man. They're kind of like a mini Chiefs right now. They got so many fast weapons on their team, but they're also like Titans. Like I said, they run the ball a ton. They got Lamar Jackson at quarterback, who's going to win MVP. He was really fun to watch. I'm excited to watch him going forward in his career. See what he does, see if he can keep up the same pace. He's like a present Michael Vick, and back in the day, Michael Vick was just one of my favorite players to watch when I first started watching football. So obviously, I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan. And then I think I got some Panthers subscribers on me, so I'm gonna definitely put them in neutral because, like I said, I don't care. I like Cam Newton. Cam Newton's out of there. Like, odds are he's getting traded or released or something. I just don't see him going back to Carolina or them wanting him back for how much money he's getting. They're going to try to get rid of him. But other than that, they got CMC. That's about it. Luke Kuechly retired, so RIP to them. Next up, we got the Steelers. Not going to lie, not a really big Steelers fan. A lot of it has to do with they played Packers in the Super Bowl, and they freaking lost to the Packers, so I'm pretty happy about that. But just overall, I don't know, man. It's just one of those teams that I don't like hate them. This is a very soft. You know what? Fuck it. Or put them in neutral. I don't know why I put them. Don't listen to me. But be sure to hit that like button while you're listening to me ramble. But yeah, we're just gonna put them in neutral. Don't really care. Ooh, the Bills are a tough one. I'm putting them in like just because Jordan Poyer's wife is fun as hell. But on a serious note, they're a fun team to watch. They're surprising. They had a very easy schedule last year, which is the reason they were able to make the playoffs. But I honestly think there's a lot of talent on that team. I think Josh Allen's a little overrated. But they're just, I don't know, man. They're just one of those teams that's interesting to watch, interesting to keep up with. Next up, we got the Colts. Another neutral team. Don't care about them. Andrew Luck's out of there. There's no other player I'd give a damn about on their team. Cowboys fans, sorry Xerxes, but I can't freaking stand the Cowboys. Cowboys fans are just so freaking toxic. Think that Dak Prescott's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Think he's worth every penny of $40 million that are rumor contracts out there. And you got freaking Skip Bayless running for him. Skip Bayless is the most biased media person in sports. but he's also a freaking genius, man. He gets views, he gets people to watch his show, he gets people to interact with him on Twitter. I mean, say what you want about the guy, but I'm sure he's freaking laughing to the bank right now. But either way, can't stand the Cowboys. I think most people who aren't Cowboys fans can't stand the Cowboys. And then next up, we got the Saints. And I love Drew Brees. I think he should have been in the NFL 100 top quarterbacks. But I'm putting them dislike because their fan base is pretty freaking annoying. They're a lot like the Lions fan base, where every single loss they have, it's always because of a flag. It's always because of a penalty. Apparently they should have beat the Vikings, but they lost on a penalty. Like, yeah, you guys got screwed the year before versus the Rams on that pass interference call. But just remember, you guys also had a chance in overtime to win the game. I'm pretty sure Drew Brees had the ball with a chance to win, and you guys didn't. You guys also had a lead, and you blew it. So you can't just blame it on one call. I don't know, that kind of shit pisses me off. You can't just blame it on one call. You got to play good throughout the whole game. One call is not going to just all of a sudden erase that you gave up a lead and you lost in overtime when you had the ball. Like, that's on you. Chargers are my second favorite team. A lot of that has to do with LT. LaDainian Tomlinson was my favorite player to watch growing up. Non-favorite team, I'm not giving you any spoilers. I mean, most of you probably know. But yeah, LT, favorite player. Rocked his jersey growing up as a kid. Loved watching him. Next up, we got Atlanta. Putting them in neutral. Don't really care about them. Got Julio Jones. Love watching Julio. He's a great wide receiver. Would love to see what he does outside of Atlanta. I think he needs to go to a better quarterback, somebody that includes him more into the red zone in their scheme down there. But overall, I just don't care about them. Next up, Broncos. Sorry, CB, but they are going into the neutral section. They are irrelevant. They will be irrelevant for a while. They don't got much going for them right now. They went to, 2 Super Bowls in 3 years? Something like that. They had Peyton Manning. They had some good years, but, I mean, shit, it's not looking too good for them right now. They're kind of, that quarterback. Drew Lock, though, he's got some swagger to him. I like Drew Lock. All right, Bears. Fuck the Bears. Can't stand the Bears. Fan base is terrible. Team is terrible. Everything about Chicago is terrible. Chicago sports are terrible. There's 2 teams I can't stand in the NFL more than the Cowboys and the Patriots. It's the Bears is one of them. The Bears are just, their fan base is so annoying, dude. Everything about them is they're better than the Packers. They're better than the Vikings. This player, this. Like, it's just annoying. Like, shut up. You finished in 3rd place in the division. You have no room talk right now. Next up, got the Chiefs playing in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is a ton of fun to watch. And, I mean, the way he's going, if he keeps up this trajectory, he will finish as the best quarterback of all time. There's no question about it. Obviously, he needs to stay healthy, but he's still really young. He's got a lot of weapons on that team. He's got a great coach. He has everything in place to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Still early in his career, so hopefully he can keep it up. Next up, Vikings. It's the other team that I can't stand. But then again, I think the Vikings have it pretty bad enough, considering they haven't won a Super Bowl, and their biggest accomplishment today is hurting Aaron Rodgers 3 years ago. Yeah, I still hear that. Oh, yeah, remember when we heard Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, shut up. But, yeah, nobody in the NFC North likes the Bears or the Vikings or the Packers. I mean, we all just hate each other, man. But, yeah, Vikings, they're irrelevant. Haven't won the Super Bowl. Probably won't for a while. So, I mean, they got it bad enough already. Raiders, I mean, no. Do the Raiders even have fans besides Toke? Like, come on. Seahawks. This is a tough one. I'm putting him in dislike. I love Russell Wilson. He went to UW Wisconsin. Loved him. Want him to succeed in the NFL. Love when he won the Super Bowls. But the Packers have gotten screwed so many times by him and the Seahawks that I just can't stand them. They're not hate, but that's solely because of Russell Wilson being on that team. Got the 2014 NFC Championship game, still brings me heartbreak. We got the Fail Mary. We finally got back at them with the game last week where we actually beat them, but they almost came back and gave me a freaking heart attack. But next up, we got my favorite team. I'm from Wisconsin. obviously grew up a Packers fan. Love the Packers. Been really lucky in my lifetime. I've only seen Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers growing up. So it's going to be really scary to see what happens in the next wave after Aaron Rodgers retires. We might see a couple down years and have a hard time getting back to where we were. But right now I'm enjoying it. I thought it was a very successful season, 13-3 after being 6-9-1 last year. Great to see improvement on team. Have high hopes for the future. Smith Bros are locked up for a while. I love this freaking team, man. Nobody can tell me different. And I mean, so many people said I was a dumbass for picking them win the Super Bowl, and they were one game away from making it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Go Pack, go, baby. Eagles. I'm gonna put them in dislike. Nothing against the team. Oh no, no. There we go. I don't even know if you guys saw that error message, so you probably think I'm screaming at nothing. Whatever. Subscribe. Anyways, Eagles. Nothing against team. Solely fan base. They got a lot of toxic fans, but every single team has toxic fans. Every single one. It's just mainly the ones you interact with. The Eagles fans that I see on Twitter are the ones that I've talked to. I don't know, man. They just give me a bad vibe. I want them to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They did. Rooting for the underdog. But just not a big fan of them. Jets. Nobody cares about the Jets. All three fans of theirs are probably, I don't know, dude. They're irrelevant, alright? Lions. Dislike. They're my second favorite team in the division, but I still can't stand them because their fan base, every time the Packers beat them, there's always a reason. It's always flags. They're one of those fan bases that blames every loss they will ever get on flags. They won what did they win this year? 4 games? Every single game they lost apparently was due to a flag. Shit, the Lions could have been undefeated and playing in the Super Bowl right now. But, no. Dolphins? Dude, not gonna lie. They got some cool jerseys. I'm gonna hop on the Dolphins bandwagon right now while I can. So when they're good in a couple of years, I can say that I've been a Dolphins fan since January 22nd, 2020, and I've been through all the painful years, and I can enjoy the success that Tua or whoever they draft is going to have. Buccaneers, irrelevant. Don't really care about them. Alright, frick the 49ers. This is solely this is petty. This is all pity right here. Everything about this is pity. They are here solely because they beat the Packers last week, and I am still angry about it because they had to pass the ball literally 8 times to beat us. How do you, dude, I still don't know. How do you rush for 300 yards, have 8 passing attempts, and you blow a team out like that? Still salty about it. Cardinals, irrelevant. Love Larry Fitzgerald, but I mean, other than that, I really don't care about their team. I probably can't even name you 10 players on that team, honestly. Browns, solely because I like the kind of drama personality of a lot of their players on their team. OBJ, Baker, walk around like they got a big cock. Love it. I mean, that came out wrong, but you got what I mean. Bengals, they could be higher. Give them a year. I'm excited to see what Joe Burrow does for him. If they don't draft Joe Burrow first overall, they're going to be the worst run franchise in NFL history. But, I mean, it's pretty obvious they're drafting Joe Burrow. Rams are another completely irrelevant team. Don't care about them. They literally probably have 10 fans. If you look at their stadium, nobody goes to their games. Giants. Dude, we're seeing a lot of neutrals. I just don't care about a lot of these teams. Giants, I like Saquon, but that's about it. Daniel Jones, he could be decent, but once OBJ left, it just kind of I don't really care about them. Don't care if they win or lose. Jacksonville's another neutral. And then I'm going to put Houston in the love J.J. Watt. You know I got to rep my Badgers, baby. J.J. Watt is a stud. Pride and joy from Wisconsin, and overall they're a fun team. They got a lot of young pieces. Obviously you got D-Hop, you got D-Will, you got Deshaun Watson. They have a lot of weapons to be great, and I'm not talking about just making the playoffs great. They literally have the pieces there to be a Super Bowl caliber team. They obviously need a few more pieces on defense, and they really need help on the offensive line. But they got the wide receivers, they got the pass rush, they got the quarterback. I think Deshaun Watson is a very underrated quarterback, honestly. And they have a chance to be great. Just let some of these guys develop a little bit more, and we could see them playing in the Super Bowl in the near future. Patriots, can't stand the Patriots, man. If there's one way to piss off a Patriots fan, all you gotta do is tell them Tom Brady's a system QB. Whether I mean it or not, that's for you to decide. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Tom Brady's a system QB. Write it down. But anyways, guys, that's my list. Not going to say if you don't agree with it, you're wrong, but I mean, most likely you're wrong. But if you do disagree, let me know in the comments section what your favorite team is, what teams you like, if you were surprised by any of these. Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like this video. Like I said, hit that big fat subscribe button in the right hand corner. Can't miss it. And I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.